Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be designing a birthday flyer. Please, if you are new here, kindly hit on the subscribe button. If you are old here, thanks for coming back to watch my videos always. Click on the create new once our Photoshop is open, and then we'll set our canvas size to 2100 pixels by 2100 pixels, which is a square size, and then the resolution will be 300 resolution. Once you are done with these settings, you maintain the color mode RGB, and then you click on the create. So the first thing we'll be doing is creating our background. So you will click on the adjustment layer, and then you select the gradient. So I already have a gradient you'll be using. This is a gradient. If you would like to use the same gradient for your design, so you can use this color code, which is B8724E, and you click on OK, and then you click here. The other color code is EA9F39, then you click on OK. So once you are done, we will lock it in place, and then we will bring in another image. So this is the image you'll be using also for the background. You will drop it in Photoshop, and then you will increase the size. You will set the blend mode to luminosity. So you click on here, you will come down and select luminosity, and then we will reduce the opacity to about 12%. Then you will click on the lock layer to lock it. So you bring in another brush, so you add a new layer, and then you select our brush tool, and then select this brush. We increase the size of the brush. So this brush, I downloaded it on Resource Boy, so you can find these brushes there. We will change the color to white, and then you will click once, and then click here also. Once we are done, we will add some text to the layer. So the name of the birthday celebrant is Johnson. So you type Johnson in capital letters, and then increase the size, change the font to Montserrat's bold, and then you decrease the tracking. You then reduce the fill to 0%, and then add a stroke to it. So you come to the layer style, and then you add a stroke to it. You set the stroke to 6 pixels. Then here we will duplicate this text again, Ctrl J, and then we will drag it down. You select both of them and duplicate it again, Ctrl J, and then you drag it down here. Okay, and then you duplicate them again, Ctrl J. You bring it to the top, this point. So let's adjust this. Seems it's overlapping the other. Let's bring it down, and then you'll bring this one down also. Then we'll select all of them and group them. So we'll name it name, and then you reduce the opacity of it to blend with the background. So we reduce the opacity to about 30%. This is software. Then we'll bring in our birthday celebrant picture. So we'll click and drag him into Photoshop. Then we'll increase the size of the image, and then we'll right click on the image, and then we'll flip it to horizontal, and then position it here. This is fine. Then with this image, we would like to edit it. So I will select the image and then go to filter, camera raw filter. Once camera raw filter is open, we will then come to the basics, and then we will increase the temperature to about 7, positive 7, and then the exposure to about 10, and then you come down to the texture and you increase the texture to about 77, and then the clarity, increase the clarity to 37. So you can use the same settings for your own. The sharpness, I'll increase it to about 16, and then I'll reduce noise inside the image, and then color noise also I'll reduce it. Now come to the curve and then increase the highlight a bit, and then the dark, I'll increase it, and then the shadows, I'll reduce it a bit. Okay, so this will be the editing settings I'll be doing with the image. So once I'm done, this is the before, this is the after. I'll click on OK to confirm these changes. So now our image is now this, so the before and the after. So this is another way of editing your pictures in Photoshop for your designs to pop up. So we will then, let's reduce the opacity of the names at the background again. Okay, so you bring in the birthday text. So you select the type, you will type in birthday, and then you increase the size of the birthday to this side. So let's change the fonts. I'll be using Annabella script. So once we are done with this, the inserting of text and everything, I would like to do a final effect to the image. Then so I'll select the image and add a new layer on top of it. Then I will take my soft round brush, and then I'll reduce the opacity to about 59 and then the flow to about 56, and then I'll reduce the size of the brush. So this effect, you can apply it to your images when you are designing. It makes the image pop. Then I'll change the color of the brush to this highlight. Let me pick it here. And then I'll change the blend mode of the layer to screen. Once I'm done with that settings, I'll just click once here to add a highlight, and then I'll click once also, and then I'll click, let's reduce the size of the brush and click here. So you can apply this kind of effect to your images for them to pop when you design. So we'll clip mask it to the image so that it affects only the image, not the entire design. So this is our final birthday flyer design. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in our next video. Stay blessed. Bye bye.